Hello and welcome back to Scatterbrook Farm Garden Designs. I haven't actually uploaded any videos for the last few days because I've not been very well. I've been in bed with a bug. I did apologise to Phoebe for not being on her live stream, but I physically, wasn't well enough to do anything. I've done a bit of designing on this farm, cleared some land, but somebody said to me, what can you do to your farm now you've completed your farm? Now you've filled everything. What is there you can do? Is there anything you can do with your farm now? Well, I have got another farm which I design on and keep going. But this farm, I still do all the activities, obviously to try and level up. I make sure that all my stock is all in place. I'm stocked up to everything that I want. And I just want to share with you what I actually do. So if we start with the fishing area. Now I make sure that I'm completely stocked. So as you can see, I've got all the 6 lobsters. I've got all 6 ducks sat in there. I've got 6 placed out in the water, so 6 ducks there, and I've got 6 lobsters placed in there. So I'm well stocked up there. So I've got those in the machine and those in the machine and all ready to go in the water. And then my stock, I've got 12 nets, 12 duck rings, and all my lures up to 10. So that's what I do. I keep making sure that that's actually stocked up, and then I leave 3 there. As you can see the fish jumping, that if I got to stock up on fish, I've got 3 there that I can just catch and remake the lures. So all the vegetables that I harvest, this area that you can see there is 45 spaces. So there's 45 plots of land there that I can plant in. So when it comes to truck orders and boats and things like that, I make sure that I've got every single vegetable and fruit. I make sure that I've got every single one, all bar wheat and corn, because you can get wheat and corn in the you can flick onto here and there's corn there, and you go through, there's some wheat there, there's some more wheat and corn there. So I don't bother collecting those. So what I make sure, I know I've got 45 plots there. So in my silo, as you can see, I stock up to 45 of each one. So every single fruit and vegetable in the game, I've got 45. And the only 2 that are missing are the wheat and the corn. So I know that if I use something like let's just say I use 45 of the sunflowers, or I need 45, I go to that plot, harvest those, and then I plant the 45 sunflowers. So 45 of everything goes exactly into that plot of land. Now, obviously, if you haven't got a silo big enough to hold 45 of each, you can perhaps do 10 of each or 15 of each, because it's better to have some of the product than none of the product. It's the same with my barn. Now my barn is 2,700. So I hold, apart from those fish and chips there and that mayonnaise, I have 16 of everything. making sure that whatever I use, I stock back up to 16 of everything. Every single item, I've got 16. The jewellery, everything is 16. Okay. Now, why I have 16 is because when you get a boat, let's go over to the boats. More times than not, it's 8 of something. So like you say, you got 2, 2, 2 and 2 of fish and chips. Now, if I got 16 in stock, I can use that. So I can just fill those. And the harder ones to get, there's, it's only one of each. Like blankets and things like the golden blankets are sort of, it'll be one in each crate. But the majority of the time, it's 2, 2, 2 and 2. So by having 16 in my bank, okay, I've sent that boat. Now, if I get in the next boat that comes in and I look at it and it says fish and chips, which it doesn't, but if it did say fish and chips again, 8, I've also got that 8 again. So I now know that boat there that comes in, I know that I've got every single item to do. So there, by having 16 of each thing that I've got there, 16, I know that I've got every single item and I won't struggle. I won't have to go and try and make some and ask somebody for them. I've got them every single time. No matter what it is, I've got every single item. Because you've got so many people that have got, let's just say for argument's sake, they've got no blackberry jam and they've got 120 strawberry jam. And along comes the boat and it needs 8 strawberry jam. So they've got 150 or 140 of the jam that they don't need. And all their barn space is taken up. So if you've got a barn, let's just say it's only 600 space, then you could put 10 of each or 8 of each, just 8 of each produce. Now it's better to have 8 of everything rather than 50 of something, 30 of something, 25 of something, 100 of something, and then have 20 items that you haven't got. And then something turns up and you haven't got it. So at least by having every item in the game, every single item, I mean, obviously down the bottom, I don't have any of this, the feeds, the bricks and the paint and the, that sort of stuff. I don't bother. All it is all the produce. So as you can see, the hats, the honey, all the soups, everything, all 16. So even though my farm is quite full up and I can't really do a lot until I move any more land, I'm still constantly doing like boats and the town, feeding the town visitors and that. And every time I feed and use something, it's made back again. So if I go down onto the town and I need 6 cheese, I then come back up and I make 6 cheese to replace it, so that my barn is constantly topped up with 16 of everything. Now I've worked it with 16. It'll leave me, once these are out the way, the 50 mallets, the deeds and the stakes, when they're gone, I'm left with over 200 space. And that is purely for the reason that if I need markers and stakes or bolts to upgrade, I've still got the room. So again, you don't need a massive barn to put everything in. If you do it right and have every single item, even if you got 5 of everything, Okay, if you've got 5 of everything and your boat comes along, and you might have one where it's 4 crates of 3. Well, you can fill one of those crates if you've got 5 of whatever it is, fill one of those crates, you've got 3 crates left, so you put out for help for those 3 crates, and then you do the other crates. So as long as you've got every single item, every produce item in your barn, I think that will help. It certainly works. It certainly works for me, because when it comes to boats and things like that, and truck orders, I go into the Derby with my daughter, and we just win. You know, we just do it every week. We go in it and we win, because we've got all our stocked up. And then once the Derby's finished, you go to your machines, and what stock you've used, you make it up and stock it back up to whatever. I think in her barn she stocks up to 6 or 7. She hasn't got a big barn like mine, but that's certainly something that you could look at when you're on your farm. You know, have a set amount and have every single item, because that really does help. Because again, like I say, when you go to your board, you click on the board, you know that every single one is going to be lit up, whichever one you click on, because you've got every single item. So when it comes to global truck events, you've got every item. You're not sort of running around and thinking, oh God, I've got to make 6 of them, I've got to make 10 of these, I've got to, you know, you've got it's all there. So that's what I do, apart from not feeding me animals. I'll do them in a bit. That's what I do on my farm. At the moment, I'm making my way down this side to get hold of this blue tractor. As you can see, 50 of each. So I've got that. That's already stocked up and stored. And I need 3 permits. And the 3 permits, like I said, when we go into the derbies, there's us in the derby in first place. We won it. That's the top 3. You're just going into there. As you can see there, look, Champions League, we won 29 gold, 4 silver and 1 bronze, so it'd be 30 gold. And that's all I do. With my daughter, we go in it, we make sure that we stock up, and we do a lot of the mining ones, mining 320, mining boats, and the revives. So if I'm going to let's say we're ready for the next derby, I plant on my other farm, so I can go to the farm there, which is my reviving farm. And as you can see, there's a crate, a large one. Okay, you can see all the revives. So that's all the revives there on that farm. So when the derby starts, and you've got a chill out derby or just a normal derby, and you need revives, I just go onto my Scarecrow farm, light them all up and do them. It's as easy as that. So it's all about getting yourself prepared, you know, having all the items in your barn and silo. So again, 45 of each. If you only got a small silo, you know, you can go down to 10 of each, but at least you've got those items that you can use. And if you need more of them, you can always plant them and multiply them for your task. There's nothing worse than needing, let's just say you've got onions there and you need just 9 onions and you've got none at all. Well, it's better to have 10 in your inventory and you've got them to use, and then you can replace them. So that's the sort of thing that I do when I'm on my farm, just making sure that everything's up together, all my stock. I've got room in my barn. You know, I'm not going into the paper and, you know, opening it up and thinking, oh my goodness, you know, we got this and we got that. Oh, I want some bacon. And in I go. And I hit it and it says barn storage full. There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse. And keeping it this way, I don't have to panic about going in the paper, you know, thinking, oh, I missed this and I missed that. I've got everything as I want it. So that's just what I do on my farm whilst I'm not decorating. Okay, on to the decorating then. Now, I thought I'd just share with you decorating with the new deco fountains and trees that you can get. Little designs that you can make rather than just put the fountain in the middle of the grass and it's sort of stuck there on its own. So the one little design that I've got is the fountain there in front of my little motel there. And I've incorporated it in two parts. So you've got it up against the building, and then you can walk up to it and walk around the little cottage garden there. Plenty of colour in there, so it lifts it. And you can have sort of whatever pattern that you want in your fountain. You know, there's different styles. I chose to go the one with the bamboo canes coming out of the bottom there on the moss, so that it all goes together with the other bamboos. So you can do that sort of design, incorporate it next to a building, or put something around it, or put it into a garden itself. That looks quite nice. Now, obviously, I've been ill. I've not been very well, so I've been sort of led in bed and sort of going onto my phone and then feeling sick and couldn't go on it. But what time I did get, I've cleared some more land next to this park area. This is my park and chill out area, what I call the chill out area. And I've done a design with a bridge and water going under it, so you can walk from the roadside there over the bridge and into the little park area and walk around the fountain. So I've got another fountain with lots of colour and a log, and I've placed it out in such a way. Oh, my Tom's run out. I've placed it out in such a way that I've made it look like a peacock. So the fountain is in the feature, but I placed certain flowers out around it so it looks as though it's fanning its feathers out at the back. And when I show you, you'll see what I mean when you actually see it. So it looks like a peacock fanning its feathers, which gives it quite a nice effect. So before I show you, it is the same area as that one square there, that where the wall goes around. So I've crammed everything in to that one little space. That includes a bridge from the road. So this is it. There is the area. So you can come off the road, you go over the footbridge and into the park, and you can walk round. I've dotted some different colour here and there. There's a rock there on the corner with a palm fanning out. As you can see, the water there going under the bridge, out the other side. And the water itself is like a mystery. It goes under this wall here and disappears. So it goes under the wall and off into the woods. So I've tried to create that effect there. So as you walk over the bridge and you go around the muddy path there, this is my new entrance. It'll be there. So that will eventually come into this area here. I've kept the theme there with the raspberries and the okay, I don't know whether they're coffee bushes or what they are, but those bushes there along the other side of the water. Now, what those shrubs do, those daffodils and rock and gives it height, but what it does is it makes the ditch look lower down. And that's how you want the ditch to look. You want the ditch to, you know, if you imagine walking around that path now and looking over those flowers, you've really got to look over to see down into the ditch. You know, if you imagine that that water was just on its own, yes, it's sunk down a little bit, but it doesn't have that same effect of a ditch of what as what I've got it. So it enhances the bridge, it enhances the water, and it really does give that real nice effect that you could walk round and you're, you know, oh, what's over there? Let's have a look. You know, just shrubs there, just touching the edge of the water. So it makes you want to look over. It makes you want to sort of stand on the bridge and look down at the water. So that, again, that's a good use of using flowers and plants along the water's edge. And again, there's that peacock effect. So as you zoom in, as you can see, I've put these tropical flowers at the back. And as you can see, I've fanned them in such a way, either side, that when you zoom out, it actually looks like a peacock. Yeah? So the blue fountain there is the body. And the bird on the top is the beak. And then you've got the plume of big feathers at the back. I know it's not a peacock, but it just gives that different effect. It's just something to look at. Again, I've used the bamboos either side because when I've upgraded next, once I've upgraded, I'm going to go for the bamboos again in the middle, so that'll really fill that out really, really nice. That'll fan out nice. Roses around the outside. So the roses, as Phoebe always says, it makes it pop. She likes this area here with the pink, with the water and that, and the olives around the outside. She said that it really, really makes it pop. And she did say to me the other day, she said, what if you put water around that feature? And she's tried the design on one of her other farms, and she said no, she prefers the flower. She's tried the water, and it doesn't have the same effect. Again, with the yellow flowers, daffodils, the coffee bushes, and the raspberries there. Lovely colourful combination there in a park garden. The little log there. So it's a small area, but a lot's gone into that area, and it really, really does look really special, you know. And when I design my areas, I like to imagine myself in real time walking over that bridge, just looking down over the water, looking down, and then walking around, standing by the fountain, and then walking between the pillars there and going on and exploring more. You know, this would be all my orchard, be an orchard area here, in this area here. So all the different trees. So I'll bring these up. Like I said, I'm 3 away from getting my tractor. Now I'm pretty sure in my prizes I've got 1 there, 2, 3. So there's the 3. So I know at the end of the derby I will get that tractor, and I'm going to put the tractor, I'm going to move that tree and a couple of those bales, and I'm going to put that blue tractor in there, so that the blue sits in amongst the animals and just outside the barn there. And then you got that long way to go then with all of this. But so even though my farm is pretty complete, there's still lots and lots that you can be going on with, and lots that you can be doing, you know, even if it is quite full up. So there's my little design that I've done, my recent design. While I've not been very well, I've done my best for you guys just to show you. So as I always do, I'll do a screenshot if you want to copy that design off your road there. So there's a screenshot for you to screenshot there. I'll actually zoom in there so that you can see that design. So you've got 4 of the pot plants there around the back. You don't have to use those plants. You can use whatever you want, but this is just an idea that I had that you can put around that little area there. Looks really, really inviting. Really, really nice. So that's about it. Until I do another design, don't forget, put all your just message me there in the comments if you want to see any more designs. I'm going to do a few more water designs, some woodland designs on my Scatterbrook Farm 2 farm. But don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We're slowly getting there with the subscribers, which is really, really good. Some really nice comments, which I really do appreciate, all your comments. You know, it's lovely to see such nice comments. And like I said, if I can help you in any which way at all, I will help you. You know, if you've got problems with your farm, you know, you want help, and you know you're stuck doing a certain design, put it down in the comments there, and I'll do a special design for you. And like I said, all I'll do on this farm is just continue stocking up, making sure that I've got identical numbers and make sure that I've got every single one. Because like I said, there's nothing worse than having 100 of one and nothing of another. It's just crazy. So doesn't matter how big your barn is, even if you've got a barn of 500, collect 5 of each, get equal amount, every single item. And that's what I do. I stock up there, stock up 45 of everything there, all the fishing area, and it's all done, all ready to go for the next derby or for the next competition that we do, you know, like global event. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the it's not a very long video, but that's the latest design from Scatterbrook Farm. Again, like I said, it's in a square area, but they all meet together and make as one. So again, it's not a very big area, but what goes into that area is not very big, but it's effective. It's, you know, just makes you look at it and think, oh, I'd love that. You know, do you know what I mean? It catches the eye straight away. And by all means, like I say, with every video, if you want to copy that design there, or copy any of the designs on Scatterbrook Farm, you're more than welcome. You know, some of the things might look a little bit formal, but a lot of these are designs for you guys to help you out. So you can take a tour around Scatterbrook Farm, see a design that you like, and you know, you can copy it, and you know, whatever design, coffee shop designs with the barbecue and the footpath, whatever you know you decide that you'd like to do, all the designs are on Scatterbrook Farm. So until the next video, don't forget, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you like the video, and we will see you again in the next video. Phoebe, I do apologise that I wasn't in your last 2 live streams. You know, I love going on to your live streams and watching all the fun and games and different things that you do and all the viewers. So again, I do apologise. Yeah, so I will definitely be at your next stream. I think it's Sunday now. Sunday at 6 o'clock UK time. All good fun. Don't forget, viewers, if you haven't seen it already, go along to Phoebe. She's on Heyday. Everything you want to know about Heyday, designing, from Oh, everything. The whole lot. She's got it all on there. And that's Heyday Phoebe. She's on Facebook. Well, she is on Facebook. She's on, got her own live stream on YouTube. Okay, that's enough of me waffling on. I will see you in the next video. What have we got in here? Oh, I sold that. And take care, everybody. Stay safe. And happy designing. Take care. Cheerio.